Well, hey everybody, welcome back. Well, it sure was a lot of fun taking the last couple of weeks off to spend some time with family and friends, but now it's time to get back to work. And my good buddy and great nephew Elliott here has something to say.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Excellent. Gold. That's what was produced at this mine. From 1934 to 1967, the California Treasures Mine produced 17,000 tons of gold ore. With no on-site milling facilities, the gold ore was shipped as far away as Virginia City to extract such metals as gold, silver, and copper. Buried deep inside the mountain lies colossal limonite formations thrust up by hydrothermal forces and solidified into giant oxidized gossans. Hidden behind 3 levels of exposed adits and open stopes lies the remains of hard work and determination of miners long gone. On this episode of Abandoned and Forgotten Places, we take you deep inside the mountain to expose its geologic wonders and to shine a light on how the miners work so hard to get the gold. Now, come along with us as we explore the fantastic geology and formations of the California Treasures Mine. Okay guys, I thought I would take you into a gold mine today. We've got a real good one right here. What's behind me here is primarily gold and silver with big limonite deposits. This mine is going to be super cool. Let's get going. So what we have here in this mine is, right now we're in the main haulage adit, and they're just going through a bunch of this worthless country rock right now, trying to intersect these, like I was saying, these giant limonite formations. Now limonite forms within hydrothermal structures. It's in suspension when it's deep down in the earth, and as it works its way up to the earth, to the surface or the crust, it starts to solidify within the vein structures, and you end up getting these pockets. They can be dome shaped. They can fill cracks, so you get long stretches where they're, say, 4 or 5 feet wide and go for long distances. That's going to be really cool to see what they got up in here. Nice wide haulage at it. We're looking at 4.5 feet wide, at least 6 to 7 feet tall. Looks like we're coming up to our first drift. And we've got a ore chute with ladders going up. Take a look at that. Let's see if we have anything hiding behind this ore chute here. Maybe an artifact. Sometimes an artifact can be hiding back here. Nope. Nothing back there. Not that I can see. Just a bunch of bat droppings. But take a look at how nice this wood is, guys. It's like it's almost been installed yesterday. These cuts. In really good shape. Okay, but before we head on up these ladders and see what's up there, why don't we head over to the haulage adit. We'll keep going down that and see what the rest of this level is all about. See you over there. We have some venting laying on the ground here. That's what this is. Let's see what this is. Yep, it just goes up in there and stops. And you notice how it's been backfilled? Well, this was a good way to cast the waste rock aside instead of hauling it all the way out of the mine. If you have a worthless drift going off of the main haulage at it, you might as well just throw the material up in there instead of hauling it all the way out. All right, let's keep on going. And now we're getting into a whole bunch of bats. Yeah, it's getting stinkier and stinkier. Okay, somebody spray painted 575 on the wall here. That means we're 575 feet in. And so as we're working into the mountain, you can see what the miners were chasing. They're going after this intrusion right here, but it's starting to play out. That's why they stopped. All right, let's work our way back to those ladders. Take a look at this, guys. Okay, this here is called the hanging wall. Okay, that's the hanging wall. Down here to my right, this is the foot wall. But let me explain to you how this works. All right, so at one time, when you have to imagine the mountain, the layers of this mountain were sitting flat, okay? One on top of another on top of another, okay? Sitting this way. But as the mountain uplifted, those layers slid like this, and the mountain is sliding, and the layers are sliding down as the mountain goes higher and higher, okay? So you end up with these, what are called slip faults, and that's what you're seeing right here. And sometimes with these hanging walls, you'll see what's called scoring. There's many different words used in the mining community. I call it scoring or slipping. Some people call it slip and slide. But you can actually see long lines in the hanging wall from where the hanging wall rubbed up against the vein or the hydrothermal area or the footwall down here. Thought I'd point that out to you. Take a look at this. So a minute ago I was doing some filming over here on the waste rock pile, and my camera person found this laying in the waste rock below the ore chute. This is candle wax right there. These are chunks of candle wax. This mine operated from 1934 to 1967. So probably sometime in the early years they were still using candles up in here instead of carbide lanterns. Okay guys, let's see what's up with these ladders here. We had a broken rung right there. Those you have to watch out for. But other than that, these ladders are in really good shape. Okay, we're slowly working our way up these ladders. We're probably close to 100 feet. I know you guys have seen this ladder configuration. You're probably wondering why they built it this way. You got a 4x4 over here right next to the edge of the ladders. Sometimes what they would do is, this is for putting tools on a skip car so they can run it back and forth up this winds. Now that skip would guide either between this 4x4 and the ladder, which I don't think that's what they were doing here, or they had a special one that sat right on top of this 4x4, and then they could slide it up and down with it being on center. All right, let's continue on up these ladders. Kind of skinny up here. All right, almost to the top of this thing. I'm gonna say we probably went between 120
to 150 feet is all. Now we've got a sketchy little ladder we're on right here, but I think we can get up on top of this false floor right here. Yep. And there we are. And we've got another ladder going up that way. All right, we made it to the top. We're on a false floor right now. These boards are pretty darn thick, almost 2.5 inches. Below me, it's a drop, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 feet into the ore chute down where we just came. So the miners made a platform here so that they could get up this ladder. But to get over to that ladder, I'm gonna have to go across this false floor. And we've got a broken rung right there. That doesn't look, yeah, let's get off that real quick. All right, we'll see what's up here. Look out, look out! Yeah, I guess I knocked a few rocks off. See this big one? Dangling right there. There's the size of it compared to my hand. We don't want to kick that down, because if it does, all that material is going to come down too. Okay, let's get up here. I'm going to have to set the camera down for just a second. Just a moment here. There we are. There. Now, we have a whole bunch of timbering over here. There's a ladder. It looks like at one time it could have went down to an old winds, but now it's blocked off. Here we've got a whole bunch of timbering. Goes up that direction. Let's look at that first. Oh, it's just going to be a pocket right there. All right. And off to my right here, it continues up. And you can see down here on the floor, there's a bunch of miner's cat droppings. And now we are working into the Limonite Formation that I was telling you guys about. Look at all that beautiful limonite up there, guys. Whoa, let's get after it. If I can keep my balance, huh? Oh, this is cool. You're gonna love this. Okay guys, we made it. We're in this beautiful Limonite Pocket, and I'll show you that here in just a second, but I gotta show you this first. Check this out. So I found some newspapers in amongst the waste rock pile over here, and I spread them out so you can see the pictures. So we have a picture of Uncle Sam. And over here, we have a cartoon depiction of a person with a Viet Cong shirt holding a machine gun and wearing spiked boots. Here we have another depiction of a skeleton, and it says communist terrorism. And those hats that the Viet Cong wore out in the rice paddies, he's wearing one of those. I don't know what that's called. So I'm sure by now you guys can guess the date and where we're at here. Let's see, where was it? I found it. It was right... I'm looking for it. Did I drop it here? What happened to it? And here's the date. Sunday, April 4th, 1965. All right, now it's time to show you guys these Limonite formations. So we've got two small ones right here. Now, these are really cool because this is what you're gonna find your gold in. You can see the outline of it right here, okay? Right there you can see some speckling, and that's gonna be, I'm trying to remember the name now. It's like andesite. In these smaller pockets here, you can see some more sparkling, possibly on the camera. There's a little one over there. That's going to be Galena. The reddish, brownish stuff is the iron oxide coming out of the ore. And here's another really good example of it. So, you know the old saying, gold rides an iron horse. Here you can clearly see all the iron oxide coming out of this rock. See that nice pocket right there? This is what you're going to want to chip out, take to the mill, crush, and put it across your gravity separation tables. The report said that this mine, they were producing 0.97 ounces per ton. But these are just small little pockets. Great for the weekend prospector, but the big ones are up these sketchy ladders. So let's go there next. All right. So we're kind of button hooked in this area, and our only way out is up these sketchy ladders. That looks pretty sturdy, but I wouldn't trust this rung right here. I'm going to try to keep my feet off to the edge of that one. Oh yeah, that's in real good shape. Just about up here. All right, and that finishes that wins. So now we have a choice. Oh, we've got chalk marks on the wall here. Out. But we don't want to go out yet. Heck no, we want to go this way, guys. Okay. What do we have up here? Yeah, we're definitely close to the that other. It's an upper adit higher up on the mountain. We've got a fire pit right here. Now, it didn't take much for me to figure out why I keep finding fire pits in these mines, especially to the ones that are really accessible. What's happening is you get prospectors are coming into these mines. They don't actually have a claim. They're just coming in on the weekend and they want to get a few samples, take home and crush up or whatever. So what they'll do is they'll come in a mine like this, build a small fire so they can smoke the bats out to get to whatever they're going after. That's what they're doing. All right, let's see what we have up in here. We got a bat, whole bunch of beer bottles, and that's about it. Just scraps of wood. Okay, let's work our way this direction. A little drift going off that way, but then it stops. New pool open. Check this out. New pool open. No chlorine. All right. What's over here? Oh, here we go. We got some top cigarette tobacco. That's probably from the 60s and 70s. And a whole bunch of Mountain Dew and Bud Light and someone's whisk broom. We've got a makeshift. Look at here, someone put the strap on this piece of cardboard so that they could drag their ore from one place to another. Maybe we'll figure out what that is higher up. And yep. So those more recent prospectors were definitely, they were going up here. So that's where we're going next. Okay guys, we just finished coming up out of this winds. Around the corner here is where we just were, and I was trying to figure out a way on how we can get up into more of those Limonite pockets. I really didn't feel like walking all the way back down to Old Bob to get my rope. The last prospectors that were in here, they left a nice rope behind. No, it's not a hemp rope. This is a good heavy duty nylon rope, and it's not gonna break. It's in good shape. So I tied it off of that stall right there. And the plan now is to get up where the modern prospectors were working to see what they were chiseling out up there. You can see the rope is tied off on another stall. That's where we're going next. And up here above my head, what the modern miners did is they made a chute out of this 10-inch diameter PVC pipe. So they're probably chipping the Limonite Pocket and running that material down this chute and then out the mine is what I'm guessing. That's why this stuff is laying all over the place in here. So okay, time to go up this rope. Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with this rope. And it's not that steep. But now I've got a problem because there's this big piece of, oh shoot, that thing's heavy. We got a big piece of this pipe in the way. Oh crap. Look out. That's gonna come down. There we go. Ah! Okay. Well, I can't get through that little hole with my backpack, so I'm gonna have to throw that up there. All right. Oh, looky here. They got some custom-made rakes for raking the material towards that PVC right there. Okay, I'm gonna have to slowly work my way through this tight spot. Get past here. Oh boy, we got cholla cactus all over. Okay, we're working our way up that way. All right, we're continuing our way through this tiny little opening here. We got past the sketchy PVC thing, and I almost took out my camera person, but they're okay. All right, we have a modern extension cord and some modern Romex laying on the ground. So they had power running here at one time. Oh, look at all that great looking limonite up in there. Okay, let's go a little further. Yeah, do a little climb in here. Give me a second, I gotta set the camera down. There we go. Look at that, guys. Isn't this beautiful? All right, I'm getting real excited now. Take a look at this. Now, you guys want to know where gold comes from. This is a fantastic example of just that. All right. So the vein of limonite is running through this section right here. It's probably 3 feet across. I can already see some silver sulfides and galena running in it, and plenty of lots of iron oxide running through it too. Oh my goodness. Holy cow, look at this. That's what I'm talking about. Wow. Look at the size of that pocket. Holy cow. No wonder the miners work so hard to get up in here. So up in here, look, they left their shovel behind. They've got there's an old Rubbermaid tote down here. Now here they made some sort of a makeshift, let me get out of the way so you can see it a little bit better. Take a look at this thing. It's a makeshift screen or grizzly, because when you're this far up in the mine and you're just doing recreational prospecting, you're certainly not going to take giant chunks of material down off the mountain. You're going to want to screen it out to about this size minus, and then try to haul it out of here in 5-gallon buckets. They were probably chipping it out above my head and dropping it on this tarp right here. Here's another piece of that PVC pipe. There's an old light up there. I'll show you that in a moment. But what I really want to show you guys is up above my head here. Holy cow. This is just incredible. Let's see if I can get a little closer to it to offer you guys some perspective on the size of this thing. Let's see here. Without breaking my neck, huh? Okay. Now maybe, with a little luck, there we go. Yeah, I did a lot of climbing in my younger days. And even though I'm a chunk, I can still climb pretty good. Okay. Okay, fantastic. Look, we've even got chalcopyrite in here. Just some absolute beautiful stuff. Look at this. The vein across from the hanging wall to the footwall here is at least 4 or 5 feet. Lots of sulfides in here. I'm even seeing some malachite. There is some blue azurite, but I don't think that's azurite. That's that, what's it called? Oh, shoot, I can't think of it now. It's the stuff that runs with copper sulfate. The blue surface scaling minerals is what that is. But this, okay, I'm gonna have to I don't think I'm gonna be able to drag a camera up here. So I'm gonna try to pull a piece or take a chunk of this out, and I'll bring it down to you guys. I'll see you down there in a second. Guys, I did it. I was able to get my camera all the way up in here. I just had to point out this beautiful limonite formation. Look at the crystals up in there. And then panning across, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Now you see, as I go above my head here, okay, I can't point because I'm using my other hand to keep myself from falling. But you see these nodules? There's a nodule dangling right there, and there's a bunch of nodules right above my head. I'm gonna bang a few of these pieces out, and I'll offer them on my eBay site, so you guys can take a piece of this home and look at it. The first one I'm gonna go after is right there. I'm gonna try to get you a real nice specimen of that, and I see another piece right over there. But just beautiful stuff. Okay, I'm gonna take a few specimens. I'll be right back. All right, I successfully made it off that footwall, back down here on this level, and I got a fantastic piece for you guys. So I'm gonna drag a few out of here, but the best one is right here. Let me get it out of the bag. There we go. Oh boy. Okay, I'm calling this the big goodness. That is a excellent example of limonite. And there's all kinds of neat stuff going on in there. You got calcites, silver sulfides, malachites is in there. I'm not seeing any blue azurite. There might be some. We're gonna have to get it out in the sunshine. But an absolute gorgeous piece. Great for your bookshelf, great for your collection. I will put this one up on the eBay site. Hopefully it'll be ready by the time this video posts. Okay, time to get out of here. We've got more mine to explore. Let's get going.
Next week on Abandoned and Forgotten Places.
I gotta get off this ladder. This is really, really nasty. Oh, neat. I can see daylight up in here. Oh my goodness. You know, for a moment there I thought that this mine was done and all of its coolness has played out, but it just keeps getting better and better.